Hey everybody, welcome back. We are getting ready to watch the series finale of Witchblade. I corrected my files as far as the numbered episodes. Voice-wise, it's still going to be off, but I figured out what I did wrong. I assumed the episodes because it went from 3 on one disc to 4 on another disc, and so I thought that was the season change, and apparently it wasn't. So, hello, old girl. So, I'll have all the episodes incorrect, starting with the end of season one all the way through season two up to this one. This is season two, episode, I want to say 12. Hold on. Yes, episode 12. And so, I'm not sure what to think about it. The name of the final episode is Ubic. I think that's how it's pronounced. I know the word ubiquitous, but I don't know ubic, and so I might be saying it wrong. But I wasn't impressed with the last episode. I didn't feel like we went anywhere at all. It ended with Sarah carrying Concubar and Ian carrying Replica Lady, who seems to have sex with anybody and everybody. Um, I don't I don't know what to say about it. I think season two is the reason why the series was canceled. I have not read any of the trivia stuff to see why it was canceled, so I might find out differently. My guess would be season two is what did it in. At any rate, let's go ahead and watch this final episode to see how we feel about it, see if they do any tying up with anything, because we're still left with a bunch of questions. And still nobody knows anything because Sarah hasn't divulged anything to Danny or to Jake. So yeah, I think that's where we're at. I've got a little bit of a headache coming on, but I need to stay up because not coming up, not this morning coming up, but the next morning, I've got a training at 4 a.m. And so I need to sleep as late as I can tomorrow morning so that I will be able to stay awake for my training. It's a global training, which is why it's at a weird time of 4 a.m. But let's go ahead and get into this one and see where we go. And apparently the kids are fighting. That is Ryder and Fangs, their brother and sister.
10,000 miles of searching, 600 years of waiting. Dark clouds are upon us, and I intend to ride the
She
thunder.
looks familiar. She looks similar to, although I don't think it's the same actress, but she looks similar to Ava Vitelli on Days of Our Lives. Character Ava Vitelli. I'll have to look it up and see if it's the same actress or not. I don't think it is, though.
Lucrezia, a tu servizio.
Lucrezia D'Amici. So is it a prophetic dream? And did the Witchblade just abandon her? And now all sorts of evil is happening because the clock turned 666?
I'll be right in there. Just have to grab something from the kitchen.
A knife to kill him.
Nice.
That's the Lucrezia lady.
Unbelievable.
So now it's a mood ring.
The cases that deal with this mass hysteria. Get educated.
On it.
Danny, you're up first. Next call's yours.
Rings again. Break the record.
Where did this guy come from? He wasn't chief before. Or captain.
This thing, this.
She killed Gabriel?
Can you know? Can you begin to know?
So it was a prophetic dream. Now the Witchblade can't kill her bloodline, but now that it's blue, does that change? Is that Ian's dream?
You're talking about Lucrezia Borgia? Hmm? I came here for help,
Borgia,
Gabriel.
that's right. There's a Lucrezia de Medici also, but
Television?
Food supply.
Sunspots?
one of the jobs I had, one of the IT guys, anytime anything went wrong with any of the computers, which happened a lot, he would say it was solar flares. And there is something to the magnetic field that happens when the big solar flares happen. I I've read scientific stuff about it, but it wasn't to the point that he was talking about. No kiss on the forehead this time. Something tells me he's going to wake up at the end of the episode when
The
she
Witchblade
wins
was
her
stolen.
fight with Lucrezia.
I really can't thank you gentlemen enough. I can't remember the
She's
last
killed
time I
them,
felt
hasn't
so
she?
satiated. E dalla violenza.
Ci sarà molto tempo e tante opportunità per tutti e due.
Tu sei
Sounds like
paziente.
Kenneth.
And I yours.
It is Kenneth. That's what Gabriel was researching. I'm wondering if Kenneth found a way to cross over from the ghostly plane by using Lucrezia, who is able to get the Witchblade in Sarah's dream, therefore making her ghostly plane real. And then that brought Kenneth into the real world, maybe. And so is Sarah going to have to fight her on the ghostly plane? And now I feel like doing the tongue twister. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. It's just something I was thinking about. I don't know how accurate that is. The show has basically taught you that anything's possible, although some of the stuff that it has done doesn't make sense. I mean, it's taught you that it doesn't have to make sense and therefore they can do whatever they want, but it still needs to have some kind of cohesion, you know?
Excuse me. I'm closed.
Really, the door was open.
No, the door was locked.
So are we really killing
How did
Gabriel?
they get in?
This is big. There is something very wrong going on.
Is he under the influence now?
Since I'm new here, I don't know much about Pizzini. What do you guys think about this?
So he is
What do you
new.
think?
Okay.
And cannot bring death to anyone who's wielded it.
I placed it on my wrist for one instant only.
So he's saying Kenneth never died.
Sure, which one of us wants to have their alpha wave scrambled into homicidal static?
Good question.
I may never get this chance again.
So I'm guessing that she thinks it's some type of hypnosis. He's going to kiss her. I don't know whether to be creeped out or not because they kind of seem to have set him up as a younger fella. So I don't know how much of a difference there is between their ages. She's going to meet up with Lucrezia. Or Lucrezia is going to show up there and kill Gabriel while she's under the hood.
I have become virtually ubiquitous, if you'll excuse the pun.
Okay, so it is that word, ubiquitous.
Not be made, so you should join me.
The way the eyes are
Join
done are really
me
weird.
and do my bidding. You are powerless.
That's what he wants her to think. But if she was powerless, he wouldn't be doing this. Is she gonna smash it like Thor's hammer? Nope, okay. I don't really want her to kill Gabriel. I like him. I'm assuming Ian doesn't show up because he's already told her what she needs to know.
Please, Sarah.
Never mind. So Ian's going to die. She also reminds me of, I want to say Olivia Wilde, but I don't think that's right. The doctor on House, the resident. Was she a resident? Or she, I forget how they phrase them and everything. Is it House that she was on? I think whoever that actress is that I'm thinking of, it might not be House, but it's some kind of medical show. I think that's who the actress is, but I'm still not positive. And I've been too focused on trying to figure out who she is. So now the Witchblade is going to turn back into the bracelet, and Sarah's going to put it back on. Is Ian just going to have sex with anybody?
Take it. You know you want it.
She's up to something. I don't know what, though. Not Joan of Arc. Anne Boleyn him. Is Gabriel still alive?
Thank you, Gabriel. Me too.
Now she's going to see Concubar, and he's going to be awake. Okay, it's not going to end how I thought. The actress is Kate Levering. She's in Drop Dead Diva. That's where I know her from. And then, do I know her from Medium? How many shows of Medium? Only one episode of Medium, so I wouldn't necessarily have recognized her there. Drop Dead Diva is where I know her from. I can't remember if she plays the woman that Brooke Elliott's character was at the start of the show, and then she got put into the body that you see as the lead, or if something else. Let me see. She was one of the law partners in Drop Dead Diva. Okay, so that solves that. I knew I recognized her from something. I was just thinking of the wrong show. So now I want to see if they changed the website around a little bit. I'm not used to the new format. Okay, and actually I knew this, but I forgot. Although season two, in my opinion, was not great. In fact, that ending wasn't great even for a season ending. I didn't care for it. But I forgot Yancy had a addiction problem to alcohol, and so they halted the season for her to get treatment, and then that's when they canceled the show. So that's why it seems kind of weird, the show. So getting back to this episode, my original thoughts on it, I pretty much said, I think season one, it had a lot of great promise. And then season two, they erased everything. And all they did was rewind. All she did was rewind time. She wasn't supposed to erase anything. So we don't know if Jake was still an undercover FBI. We still don't know. Trying to get all my thoughts together. Remember, I've got a migraine. We don't know if she had to re-go through that C word. I can't remember. It's not conundrum. It's something like conundrum. But had to, she rewound past the point of where she did the test. So did she have to do it again, or since she already went through with it? Oh, there's an episode called Conundrum. I was like, is that it? Oh, convergence. Since she already went through the convergence once, did she not have to do it again? You know, we didn't get an answer to that. Gabriel having Kenneth's symbol on his hand, I think they were trying to allude to that they were giving Gabriel Kenneth's new body, but Kenneth was corporeal, and I said it right that time. And the Witchblade can't kill him, but other things could kill him. He's supposed to be aging fast. And since he doesn't have an endless supply of Sarah's blood, there's just a bunch of stuff that Season two just left things messy, in my opinion. There wasn't any consistency. It was kind of all over the place. I just don't know what to make of it. I have a feeling, just personal opinion, even if Yancy did not have to go into treatment for her addiction, I still think the show would have gotten canceled. You just kind of lose interest in it because there's no cohesion to it. I probably repressed that memory for some reason. I probably quit watching in season two, and that's why. It's because it loses your interest. The only reason why I kept watching it is because I was recording it for you all, even though I requested it. Because I remembered loving season one. I thought I loved the whole thing, but apparently I didn't. So I'm sorry for any of you that are suffering through this with me. If you enjoyed season two, let me know, because you know how I feel. But I'd like a different perspective. I'd like to know if anybody else felt any differently about it. Honestly, I think it would have gotten canceled even without her addiction issues. So, they left things unwrapped with Conky Bar. I imagine they were saving him for season three, but they still should have tied it up a little bit. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Thank you for joining me on this journey of Witchblade. I will see you guys on the next adventure, whatever it will be. But thank you for joining me on this one, and I'll see you guys on the next one.